Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be giving some TLC to our kits. Let's get into it. So I make digital sewing patterns and they go along with the tutorials that I have linked on my YouTube channel, and I have started making kits. So the kit has the pattern, it has material, and then if there's any specialty like hardware or interfacing, that is included. So as of right now, I have 4 patterns on my website, but I have 3 of the kits done. So the 4th kit, the wine bag kit, what's been holding me up is 1, the straps, and 2, the interfacing. But fun news, I did just get a bolt of the interfacing that I actually need. So we will be able to make those probably over the summer. We'll make them. But what we need to do today is we need to make the examples. So here's what I have so far for like my table display when I'm at a craft show. So I have the kits and I have them separated into these Ziploc bags. So then I can put the kit in this little IKEA container. And then I just had a little handmade sign. And this is how I had them at my first craft show. I was not planning on being at that craft show, but you know, I went, I did it, it went well. I'll have that video linked down below. But this is what I've got so far. So what I'm thinking is I need to make examples for each of them, right? So make a little example. I haven't done it yet. That's what we're going to do together. And then I want it, and I also need a better sign, right? To match all my other signs in my booth. And I'm thinking it needs to be some kind of vertical thing in the back here. So I have some cardboard here, and I'm wondering if one of these is gonna work. So like this is what the Kleenex came in. Like, can I use this? Nope, it's not tall enough, because it needs to be tall enough to put the little sign, and it needs to be tall enough. Like, I wanna clip the sign and I wanna clip the example so people know, oh, this basket is kits for this. And I wanna do that for each of the kits. So this is not gonna work. Let's try this one. These are what the shelf liner comes in. I still don't think that's tall enough. It's still not tall enough. So I don't know, I might cut these up and like tape them together. The other thing I'm thinking is to get some foam board from the Dollar Tree, because then I can cut that exactly to how I need it. And I think that might be the best thing. And then I can just use a clip to clip the, not the pattern, the example and the price. That's what I'm thinking. So what we need to do today is we need to make the items. So we already have a scrunchie made, so I don't need to do that, but we do need to make the jar opener, which I have a ton of jar openers, so I don't need to make the jar opener, but we do need to make the visor, the car visor tissue holder. There should be another, oh, I haven't cut it in half yet. Okay, so we are going to make the car visor tissue holder. The first thing for any project is to make sure all of your pieces are nice and flat. So I'm going to go ahead and iron these guys down. And if you recognize this fabric, this was going to be the one that I was going to make for the Galentine's Day class, but no one signed up, so we didn't do it. Okay, this piece is nice and flat. And if you're wondering why your project doesn't turn out as good as the next guy's project, it's because you're not ironing enough. You need to iron about 50 more times during your project, and it will look a lot nicer. If you have a strong ironing game, if you cut really well, and if you can sew straight, you can sew anything and it will look so amazing. It will look so professional. So just practice those 3 things and you'll be doing great. And with cutting, I really like using a rotary cutter and a ruler, an acrylic ruler, because I feel like I can get a much straighter cut. And most of the things I do are straight edges. That's why my patterns are only 99 cents on my website, my digital patterns, because they're not a shape. It's just cut these measurements and it's all the written instructions. So there's no need for wasting more paper to give you the shape of a square. And you'll get much better results if you cut with a rotary cutter than scissors. Okay, all of our pieces are nice and straight now. Okay, believe it or not, this is one that I do not know off the top of my head, so I need to go, oh, this is staticky. I need to go get my instructions and we'll start making this. Please forgive my lack of preparedness for this project. I thought I had everything that I needed, you know, already prepared. But anyways, let's get to it. And this is the only one of my patterns so far that requires like a shape, and the shape is actually the top of a tissue box. So all of the kits have the top of a tissue box in them. Okay, and this video is not a tutorial. This video, you're just helping me finish up the kits and the displays. So so there is the car visor tissue pouch done. The napkins or tissues or face masks or whatever you want to put in it, go in the hole. I will go put some in there for the display. Something to keep in mind if you are making this from the kit is that your corners are going to be a little bulkier. That's because I serged all of the pieces so that this kit is as accessible as possible to everyone. But if you are making this digitally on your own, then you would only have one round of stitches versus stitches on every single piece. So it won't be as like bulky in the corners there. And obviously when you're sewing from the kit, you need to sew within the stitch lines of the serger so that they don't show, but it's perfectly fine. It works perfect. Let me go get some napkins to put in there. The other thing that we need to do is, we need to load up some bobbins, but I haven't done the haul yet of the thread, so I don't really want to use it up, and that's why I haven't done the wine bags yet either. I'm waiting until Joann's closes, so in May, to just do a last Joann's haul, because if you don't know, I got a job there, so now I get 30% off. So I don't know when the store is exactly closing. As of right now, I have like 4 different purchases that I want to show you guys, made over the last like 2 months. So I want to wait and do them all at one time, but that means that I can't load the bobbins. And what I'm talking about is, so of the kits that we have done, so we have the car visor tissue pouch, which is the one we just did, the jar openers, but the jar openers require a certain color of fabric, or certain color of thread. And so I bought a bunch of empty bobbins, and I now have the thread, and so I want to wind up these bobbins and throw them in here so that 1, they can be used as the top thread, and 2, they can be used as the bobbin, because you can put a bobbin, I can't move my sewing machine over with one hand, it's too heavy. You can put a bobbin where your top thread goes, and then everyone will have some of the thread that they need, and then I can seal these up because none of these are sealed. And then we need to make the signs, and we need to get the poster boards. So okay, I am going to go to the store and get poster board and also work on the signs so that I can show you guys what they're going to look like, and then I'll add that together in this clip. But we're not going to do the bobbins right now, so we'll have to do another part later on. I also want to work on the what's it called, the signs, so I need to use my phone for that, and I'm recording right now on my phone, so I'll get the signs made up. I do have a whole video of how I make my signs. I make them in Avery, but I don't use Avery paper. I just use regular paper. So I will get the signs put together and print it out, and I'll go get the poster board, and then either I'll show you the end product or we'll work together to figure out how to cut up the poster board and make it work. But I think the poster board is going to be the easiest thing. And I guess I'm just gonna get white because the bins that I'm gonna use are white. And so there's gonna be 4 patterns, right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is not the end. There will be another clip. Alrighty, here is the last update on the project. So I think that this is looking super great. I went and got poster board from the Dollar Tree. I ended up getting 2 whites and 2 blacks. I also got all of these letters because I want to make another poster board with words on it for my booth. Not today, but another day. I figured out that I could cut the material to 7.5 inches. So I drew a line and then used an X-Acto knife to cut it. And then I just printed off a new pricing guide, right? So now I have to decide, do I want the product on top and the price below, or do I want to flip the two? So if I flip it, like this is just stuck on because of the elastic, but if I flip it, then I'll need to like glue this on or like tack it on somehow and then put this below. So let me go get a clip and I can show you what it looks like opposite and we can figure out which is better. Here's what it looks like flipped. I definitely think it looked better having the product on top. And I could trim it down, but I think it's good the way it is. Let me flip it back. Okay, so I went ahead and I just taped it down with some tape and I clipped the product. I need to put some napkins in here so you can see what it looks like. But I think this looks super good. I love how it also like keeps the product up. If I sell a bunch, then I'll just need to like put something behind here to like help keep it propped upright. But the plan is to have each pattern be in its own container. But anyways, I think this is a really great solution and so cheap poster board. I use it a lot in my booth for like holding things up. I was able to get 4 pieces out of one, what is it, $1.50, $1.25, $1.25. So $1.25. So what, like 25 cents, a little more than 25 cents each. I think this is awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for coming along. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a wonderful day.